go. New week, new month, everybody. Let's go get it. How are you doing today? Big shout out, everybody in the chat. Let's get right to work, though. Not much time. Going to be a quick run through today. And then tomorrow, we'll have a full session, probably a big one. But have to get into absolutely some of the interesting altcoins. We're getting clues in crypto, folks. And this stuff takes time. Takes time to work its way through and really kind of shape up and be in development, as they say. So let me give a quick shout out to everybody in the chat. What's happening? Swooping, David. Hey, thanks again. You guys are great. Jordan, Pappy, Kenneth, Fito Trader, and everyone else that's here on a regular basis. We're here Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I'm just getting off vacation. I'll be back tonight. It's been fantastic. I recommend it highly. But the markets never escape me. So what I want to talk about today is looking for clues. Looks like, I watch a bit of the channels, financial channels, and try to avoid them if I can. These people don't have a clue. They really don't. I absolutely see so much squawking that they really are not aware of the developments that are happening, that we're even in a reaction phase. A lot of people try to talk down the markets until it's too late, but I want to get into a couple of the things, the big patterns that we're seeing some development on. Here's Chili's. Remember this? This has been one of the group of crypto that took its time and now going for target one reaction. That's one. Here's another one. Go this FET, this fetch thing. It's crypto as a space. What we're looking for are allocations into various altcoins. And this stuff runs. Once it gets going, forget about it. These are when we see the sizable moves that we all, that's why we do crypto. Because when it moves big. And I think that's the takeaway, that it's not perfect. Crypto is a kind of a strange creature, if you will, in terms of markets. And we really want to use that to our advantage. We don't want to, definitely don't want to just assume anything here. But I think the critical factor of just understanding we have to be patient. We line up our, our best opportunities, because not all crypto, not all markets have patterns. We see that in the tech space, where a lot of these, not all the tech is moving, but there's some big winners during this reaction phase. But it takes time. That's where we have to be patient, know your levels, and then execute accordingly. There's a few of these that have popped, and so I just want to kind of go through some of them and then highlight how are we going to handle this going forward? How can we capitalize on this stuff as this proceeds? And that's what it's doing. I think Chili's was a good example because it took so much time, but then popping, but we're aware of that. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, the big boys. Ever since the weekly check back, look, we are in, remember, a serial move. We're reacting where we should see week over week progress. Bitcoin's been kind of a little steadier than most, not really explosive returns, but that's okay. That's some good development we want to see, and it takes time. This stuff, especially after what happened in the beginning of this year, first half of this year, not surprised to see this stuff require weeks. Remember, even if we were going to treat any pattern completion, initial harmonic, whatever, it is absolutely, just Think of it as number of bars, or minimum 5 to 7, 3 to 5, depending on the type of reactions, type of patterns and confirmation we're looking for. As we said, it could take, up to 2 months for these kind of developments. And that's something that I think is critical to be mindful, because a lot of people get a moon mindset where they're looking for some kind of trigger and then bam, it's supposed to happen. That's not the reality. So Bitcoin, take a look on the weekly, moving up. Now, where we are currently within something like Bitcoin or Ethereum is to break it down to your 4 hour or your hourly chart. Bitcoin's got an interesting bat pattern where, hey, if we come back to 21,142, that would be a standard type 2. And it would be like that and then go. So be mindful of that. We want to break these bigger ones down on your 4 hour or hour, because some of them already progressed quite a ways. Let's go to Ethereum really quick. I'm going to do a quick run through today. And then highlight one or two that we should be paying attention to. Here's Ethereum. Amazing. Ever since the weekly check back on Ethereum, let's just get some perspective here at 1040. And if, for those that are new, please, I implore you to go look at the sessions right around the beginning of July, a month ago. We really nailed this. The framework and everything that we do, just, if you wanted to see it in real time, go back to all the things we were saying first week of July. Also, new people, go to harmonictrader.com, please. Become a basic member. It's free, and you get all your resources. Just click the register now. Bang, you put in your email once that page loads, like that. And then you click over to the basic membership. Again, go through the books, download the books. But what every single person needs is Harmonic Pattern Collection software for TradingView, and then try some of the other pro platforms. But for me, I run eSignal and I run the TradingView program, and you can get your trial simply by sending your username, not email, but your username, to hpc@sr-analyst.com, and we'll send you a 14-day. If you want another 14-day after that, just take it one chunk at a time and send another email after your 14 days. But if you're not convinced at the end of 30 days, especially with all the information and the videos, go down here, go through all the videos. Again, if you don't get this by the end of 30 days, that's cool. I think you got to go elsewhere. I think everyone here, though, gets it. Back to the charts. So, what we want to be looking for, breaking it down. We know we've progressed. Something like Bitcoin, look at all these patterns on the 4-hour chart. Butterfly, back on the 7th, down to a bullish bat on the 14th, and then come back down. We're going to get another setup. If you've missed this, that's okay. If you've missed the move or you're hanging out, plenty of opportunities. In fact, for Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart, I'd be looking for a little bit of a pause here. We've got a beautiful type 1 reaction that started last week off of that 21,000 level. Now we hit well above target 2, but HSI, Harmonic Strength Index, has registered. We should see a pause here. Maybe come back down. If we get a type 2 test at 21,140, that could launch us to get to really start going. So absolutely beware of the standard framework. The best book to get, actually, to understand type 1, type 2 framework and how reaction reversal dynamics unfold, go get volume 3. Just click it. It'll download here, and then you access it that way. So it's taken forever. But we utilize the type 1 reaction, type 2 reversal. We also use relative strength, and we utilize harmonic strength index and our amplified RSI. These are the two indicators that are the proprietary kind of my work beyond the patterns that give us, that really nail the confirmation, but they have to be there. We have to have our ingredients, if you will. We have to have the signals, or we don't have an opportunity. That's why we're really focusing specifically on those spaces and crypto coins that have big daily, weekly patterns. So that's the deal for Bitcoin. Ethereum, again, pretty strong. I'm impressed. This is impressive stuff. You have a big move up off of 1300. It was really off of 1040, and now we're just pausing and pausing and pausing, and we're probably going to get on the 4-hour chart another signal, maybe tomorrow or certainly by Thursday. I would think we could get something. So hey, patience is a part of the game that we need to do. Patience is critical. We need to wait for our setups and execute accordingly. But we're seeing a lot of the altcoins, things that we have featured that look like garbage. And I said this, sometimes it's difficult to envision the opportunity, but if you apply the framework and understand what that's all about, then you know where you are within that space. Let me show. Let's show. Oh, here's one that's starting to move. Okay, it's Decentraland, and a lot of you know that I have been really enamored, excited, um, constructive is the best word on the metaverse coins. And here's a weekly in Decentraland. We were talking about that around 83.4 cents. This is just starting to get, as I like to say, saucer separation for you Trekkies out there, where we start to move off of your key pivot point. You've already broken the downtrend on Decentraland, and that's a good sign. That's the start of the process. I think, what was this? This was a daily. Yeah, no, this is, I have to check. It's probably the data feed again. Let me see, because I know there's a big, here is, I've said this before, that sometimes different crypto data feeds give you slightly different price dynamics, that you have to look at more than one. And it's not, too difficult, but where the heck? All right, let me see here. I think I've got to get this set up. Like I said, I'll be back in my space tomorrow. This is really bothering me on the Decentraland. Well, I know that we were, let me get that tomorrow. The other one that we were talking about in the space. Oh, here you go. Yeah, okay, bingo, there you go. It's Coinbase, which is the big data feed, and it was a massive daily or weekly bat pattern. All of that around 70 cents. I mean, we've been talking about this for a long time. And I do prefer Coinbase and Binance data feeds because they have the most volume. They're going to give you the most reliable feeds. It's different from having a standard data feed with stocks or futures. But this is still a type 1, and in that, our target 1 is up here at around 245. Again, stuff's going to take time. But that is another one, and then of course Sandbox and Alice. I mean, these are making progress. Okay, Sandbox was like a type 2 bat. I think it's a weekly. There you go. These are big patterns, folks. And I've said this multiple times in the last several sessions that this will seem like moving in slow motion because it's such a massive weekly pattern. You're talking, the entire construction of the pattern was nearly a year. And we're in that phase where, remember, 3 to 5, 5 to 7 bars minimum of any formation trigger to get you off of the pivot point is not uncommon. And, since the confirmation, we're week 5 now. The other one was Rune. Pretty sure it was Rune. Rune might have been on a daily. Yeah, daily, big bat pattern. And it's a type 2, which has more potential. I like that one. I like Rune. And then the final one, I think it was Alice, but let's move on to a couple others. Here's this scale, right? Another S coin, whatever however you want to call it. And this was a daily. There's Binance data feed. It was a deep crab, all the way down there, around 8.5 cents. You're triggered at 7, yeah, around 7. I think the weekly trigger. Yeah, there's your weekly trigger. Daily pattern, weekly confirmation, all of that around 7 or 8 cents, or maybe, what was that, 6 cents? Actually, 4.8. 4.8, I'm sorry. So now you're at 6, above 6, with some room to run. This is one of those that just took time, taking its time to get out of the zone. And there was a deep crab down here, but confirmation was lower. Let me show, I'm going to rip through a few more here. Synthetics. This one has moved already. Some of these exchanges, those exchange coins have moved pretty close to target 1. And that's actually a good sign, because that means others are going to kind of make their way. They're not all going to move at once. You're going to see a lot of rotation, but it's good to see that kind of movement. Chili's was a promising one, because that just looked like, wasn't going to do much, and then bam, you're up from 10 cents to 15 cents. Solana, folks, I think is a good one to be looking at, because this is showing us a lot of signs. Let me get where's the, there you go. It's a Binance, and it's a big bat pattern. Now, again, taking time where you still have opportunity, but break it down on a 4-hour basis. This is where your 4-hour smaller time frame is going to help. Remember, I kept saying look, don't be surprised to see it come back to 38 and then bounce a few times. Well, we've done that. You're hitting some patterns. I know it looks kind of sloppy, but we're still not even going to look for this, big resistance till 48. And you've had a number of opportunities to get this on a pullback. The hourly chart looks even better. Recall last week, yeah, there was all the way down at 35. Our daily levels were around 38. So that was pretty good stuff. Guys, bring your questions tomorrow, okay? I'm not going to be I can't do any questions today. I can't do any requests. Bring those coins tomorrow. Appreciate it. I just want to get everyone caught up to date, and then get into a couple stocks. Here's one I haven't mentioned in a while, but has everything you want to see, is the Stellar Lumens. Look at this. Daily crab pattern. Beautiful. Right down there. XA is at 12 cents. You're still under your XA level. That's your primary 1618 off of that pattern. Confirmation came in right around 10.5 cents. Look, there's another one that's just slowly creeping up, with target 1 around 15.68 cents. A few more. Oh, I know the privacy coins, Monero, Zcash, starting to show and do things. Look at Monero. This is something where you're at a type 2 on the butterfly. Real nice. And if anything, this has more potential, because it's already gone through reaction phase, this time all the way up to target 2. HSI right there. to end the reaction and comes back for the full test. I talked about that last week, how that could almost seemingly be impossible. You get a fat move right off the pattern, and then you run right into target two, and you probably don't want to sell because you think it's going to the moon. That's when you got to sell, because the framework of the 1-2 is inescapable. And that's why certain coins are better now than others. But this one, again, we'd go back and look at target two. That's how we treat them all. Get up to 260 at the target two level. What was the other one? Was that Numer? Anybody know that one? Numer, NMR. All-time 886, of course. Something else we have been talking about all summer, looking for coins that have retraced 88.6% of their total value, giving you really big retracements with confirmation. This isn't the one, though. That's not the one. Let me go to Zcash. Zcash is like that. Zcash, probably the best one. It's right at the hop level of the butterfly. All of your confirmation is around 55. Trading 64. Keep an eye on this one. This one could pop. And look, downtrend has been broken. And starting to kind of make saucer separation out of the zone. Get up to target one. This is just reaction. Target one's at 125. You tell me. This could take 30, 90 days. But absolutely in a great spot. I like that one. I do like that. And those privacy coins, just zipping through what I see in the patterns and confirmation, they kind of showing themselves as standouts, if you will. Keep an eye on it. And then you have, and I'll save this for tomorrow, but then you have this real S coins. I mean, S of the S coins. And things like these little pay coins, they're pretty interesting stuff. I'll get into a little bit more tomorrow. I don't think it was that. No, it was this ARPA chain. Look at this ARPA on the daily. ARPA, whatever. Daily HSI confirmation. Again, this one. There you go. Just as a side note, for coins like that, you want to go to something like Binance, because Binance is going to typically have all of the data. I don't know why, because maybe they've been around longer. They loaded their pattern, their data from the beginning. But this ARPA chain, okay, around 4 cents. Look, the BAT pattern has a hop level at 4 cents. We've stabilized for months down here. Target one is 15 cents. I'm not saying it's going there tomorrow. But for those that are into it, bang, that's how we would frame it out. That's what we're looking for on some of these. Here's Cosmos. Cosmos, interestingly, has a little, on the Coinbase daily data feed, bumping into a butterfly here. It's a type 2, so maybe another pause. That's all, but I think the weekly on this had a real nice check back on the weekly. Again, this is another, where's Binance feed? Weekly Binance feed was an all-time 886. And I think something else here. This is why you want to scan through. I'll hit a few more of these. Yeah, we'll look at that. And we'll come back tomorrow on some of these. Get into more detail, because that's what we want to do. We want to isolate those that are real standouts with patterns, with confirmation, and then setting up to rock and roll. Oh, let me finish up on this one. This is the next one I feel is going to pop. This is that crypto.com. And look, big pattern. This reminds me of Chili's. Now, I would think fundamentally, Chili's, what's Chili's? I don't know. I mean, it's the digital whatever sports teams, whatever. But pattern-wise, these are two that have been very similar. And I would, again, recognize that this is type 1 reaction material. Target 1 is at 30 cents. You're trading 13.9. We've been on this since 10 cents. So be aware the relative position that crypto.com is in. Now, I have to get into a couple of the big story stocks that popped from last week's earnings. Here's Amazon.com, guys. I want to talk about this Gartley and talk about some of the big weekly stuff where if they didn't have patterns, they certainly had HSI checkbacks. I mean, Amazon at 102 after it split, pretty much trying to put in a floor. But look at the daily. And this is something where once you learn the framework, you're going to understand where you are and what you need to have an actionable opportunity. Here is the Gartley on the daily, went into a type 1 reaction. And that was it, from basically 123 down to 116. And then you would look for the type 2 retest. But this is classic. Okay, you're coming up. You're looking for 123 as your minimum retest level on Amazon. What does it do? It just bypasses the zone. This, friends, is a major breakout. Why? Well, you've annihilated the Gartley off the low. When you do this thing, it's really peculiar. For me, once I recognized this, especially when we nailed this with the software, understand that is a major development. That is a major breakout, major pattern failure. You have no confirmation on our type 2 return here. And if anything, look at our harmonic strength index. Coming back from there, coming back to the zone. And then our amplified RSI, that's our hypersensitive relative strength indicator, still expanding in the zone. This is giving me some more clues about the larger market that is maybe suggesting something a little bit bigger. Now, a lot of people are, in my opinion, completely turned around on where we are. A lot of people are anticipating, I don't know, just more pain, inflation pain, whatever. We looked at the 10-year chart on Thursday, suggesting that maybe rates are going to come in a little bit more, which are going to buoy the market. And that's just all within the framework. When I see something like this develop where massive pattern gets blown out, annihilated, well, I either need to see another pattern form or harmonic strength index register an overbought signal, and nothing. There's nothing there that suggests that Amazon's anywhere close to coming to an end of this current rally. I would just look at my last inflection, which was basically go back to March, utilize that pivot, and say, look, Amazon's got room. It's got legs. 170 on this run. You're 137 at the moment. And that's where I feel like when you bring together the framework and you recognize what that price action does, it gives you critical clues. We've seen that over time and time again. Still reaction phase, folks. And that reaction can be hard. It really can be a firm counter trend. It's still in a downtrend, but if we're just connecting dots here for Amazon, look, right off the low, that's a bat formation where 886 is up at a 165 minimum. Couple more. Highlight a few that we've talked about in the past. And where is Tesla? Check out Tesla with a 9 handle. Yeesh. Look at that big bat pattern. We've been talking about this. This was one of our 3 ideas for Harmonic Trader members. We'll have a new 3 ideas this week, but Every week I put out a 3 ideas video, and this was something we did way back in May. 640 was our level with confirmation, 626 with the low. Type 1 reaction, clear, beautiful type 1 reaction. Now, if you're in Tesla, we're looking for an overbought signal before that ends. And look, you're just hitting HSI now. Check it out. Harmonic Strength Index testing the overbought limit at 88.6 is on the top side. The downside is 11.3. But this is why all the craziness of the markets and what everyone kind of babbles about just gets drowned out when you compare it to the harmonic pattern framework. We know we had a lot of patterns. I mean, look at the semiconductor stocks that we haven't talked about. Okay, a lot of them have big patterns. Here's Taiwan Semiconductor, okay, down at 78 at the hop level, just coming off the low of the crab pattern. Looks like that wants to go into a type 1 reaction up to 111. What was the other one? Micron or AMD. AMD was the other. And where we go? Come on, AMD. Oh, up 240 today. Wasn't that a weekly? Oh, yeah. Alternate bat pattern, folks, on AMD. Perfect reaction material. Up to 107. Micron, MU. There it is. This was, I think, a daily. Yes, check that out. Another deep crab. XA level is 57.28. Confirmation came in around 55. Go up to target 1 at 64. That's the framework in action. Pick up volume 3 and get volume 3. And that's where we're going to go. That's the framework in this whole crazy environment. I think it's a real convoluted environment where a lot of people are just uncertain, and I understandably so, but we have to separate ourselves from the noise, and that's what the harmonic pattern framework does for us. One or two more that I've mentioned. Here's one. This is one of my favorite long-termers, period. This is Altria, and this was a type 2 at 43. Patterns left and right. I mean, we were looking at this at 56. I bailed on that at 56 back in April. Check out some of the sessions from the last week of April. We talked about this, and I had a lot of remorse to unload until the thing really dropped. Came all the way back down, 43.06. Starting to make headway. This is one that should get you back to a target 2 around 49. Oh, thanks, Ziggy. Yeah, Ford was another. On the monthly, oh, that was a big one. Let's pop that. Ford. Here's Ford on a monthly. And this one, yes, sir. Thank you. Ziggy has the software. Look at this. Those are my old lines from weeks ago or months ago. But look, bat pattern. XA level was at 8. All right, and we're still coming off that, and we just got another confirmation. Wasn't there something else in that zone? Weekly, I think. Something. I think we have a whole bunch of things around 9, 8, 9, now 15. Little late at the moment, but let me show you one or two. This will probably be a 3 ideas type of thing. We need to start looking at things like those airlines and those cruise stocks. Here's Carnival, folks. That might be my next vacation. I don't know. Gotta talk to the wife. Carnival Cruise on the weekly. Around 1050. Now trading 884. We're early in this. And check out. Confirmation, just trying to get out of the zone on amplified RSI. Keep an eye on that chart for Carnival Cruise on the weekly. This is something that could come out in the next week, really get away from that extreme zone and start to make progress. Some of these have really done interesting things on their long-term charts. Stocks and crypto are forming a lot of weekly patterns. And here's another one. Alcoa. Alcoa aluminum on the daily is, look at that beautiful crab pattern on Alcoa AA. And that's just getting off the hop level at 40.36, now 49. That is making moves. Like the other one, here's the other one that is that I posted. This was another 3 ideas. And where'd you go? It's Mosaic. There you go. That's a beautiful chart right there. I'm currently long that. I've been long that for a few weeks now. Target 1 at 58, folks. This is what we do. This is why we're doing it, is to help people get to that spot, get close to these harmonic inflections, confirmation, and trade them according to the reaction reversal framework. Whole lot of stuff coming together. I like a lot of these. I really, a lot of the ones that are shaping up that haven't moved yet, those are probably the ones to be looking at, like Alcoa and oh, what's the other one? Was let me go one more. What was it? It was AA, AMR? No, it was an airline. Maybe it was JetBlue. I know these airlines. Oh yeah, there you go. JetBlue, I mentioned this before. They just completed, I think, the buyout. No reason why. There's a reason why it's been depressed, hasn't come out of the zone, as they were in negotiations with Spirit. But let's just lay harmonic pattern framework on top of it. Right at 850, terminal bar was 841, so you're in the zone. Confirmation came in around, what was that, 810. This might be something good for like a leap long-term equity option for a move up to target 1. This is what we want to do over and over again. Don't even worry about, don't differentiate the names, whatever. Look for the pattern completion, the confirmation, and then, is it the first time or second time? But we're going to expect reaction here. That will probably be something that I update very soon. That's how you do it. Swooping Hawk, can you bring that Hawaiian airline to the, bring that tomorrow, please? Crypto Hoarder, what's happening, man? He just showed up. Hey, James, you guys getting more people popping in here. Let me quick shout out. I'll talk a little bit more about this tomorrow. The Vegas meetup is on, folks. It's 3 months from today. 2 months. Oh my gosh, I gotta get my tickets. 2 months from today, we'll be in Vegas with the one and only Mitch Ray. Looking forward to it. And Crypto Hoarder, looking forward to meeting you and everyone else. If you want information on that, you have to go to the Discord link. Get on to Harmonic Trader Discord or go to Mitch Ray. I don't have a preference there. If you want our Discord link, get on the basic members page. Can somebody pop that up? Also in the chat, and right here, there's your Discord link. Bang, come on in, join. We got 435 people online, 1,800 members, people talking harmonic patterns all day long. And my Twitter and some of my other posts go in there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You guys will learn a few things about me, and I look forward to the interaction. And we're going to try to do some real fun things, maybe some dinners. We're getting it together now. We got to get a head count, and I did want to say we're going to do the cutoff August 15th, so we know exactly how many people we're going to have to account for. I hope that you can all make it. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Look, we got to make this trading fun. In my opinion, that's the key. To be able to hammer it out day in, day out. We got to build more fun around what it is that we do. So, folks, that's what I have for today. I have to get back to the craps table for one more session, and then I got to get back to work tomorrow. So, I will be in full. We'll do a nice, fat, long session tomorrow. Bring your questions, bring your requests, and we will stretch it out and we'll do an hour, hour and a half tomorrow. But, you know, the dice are calling. It's my last day. I'm going to go enjoy. You guys have a great one. As always, go get them. Until tomorrow, see you then.